Well, I was shocked, but it started with an innocent joke that Jack had read and had a copy of, and it was a joke. It's actually an English joke, and it's like a little parable. It's the confusion of the initials WC and WC. WC in England could be it's generally Wayside Chapel. In America or other countries, WC is water closet, which is a toilet. And so he did this long thing about a woman confused about hearing, she's looking for the WC, the toilet, and their advice to her is she can go to the WC, which is a Wayside Chapel, and it's about, there'll be 128 people there, blah, blah. And so it was innocent enough, except the NBC censors not only erase it, but they chopped a piece of the show out and put in a news announcement. And then Jack, of course, was watching at home, and he came in the next day. He was really pissed, and and we said, Jack is really angry about last night. We had no idea what was about to happen. So he started the monologue, and he stopped, and he said, well, I don't have to work for this place anymore, and there must be a better way to make a living. And he turned around and walked off. And we were all bewildered, but that Hugh Downs stepped into his chair and took over and did it. But the thing that I found out later on made me laugh was that Jose, who had ridden in with Jack, runs out after Jack, and Jack's getting on the alley. He says, Jack, how I get home? That was the only thing he was concerned. He didn't realize that this whole career is about to end. Yeah. So it was a big story. Jack had been on the cover of Life magazine and Time magazine. I mean, he was a big deal. People knew him all over. And for him to walk off, and no one ever did that before. And but the show continued, and in the paper every day there would be a little front page piece about where Jack was. He went to Singapore, he went to the Orient, he went to Florida, and then.
Were you still doing shows?
We still doing shows with guest hosts. Arlene Francis would have been one of those people. Hugh Downs did most of them, and we weren't sure whether he'd ever come back or not, and the American audience didn't know. And he did that on purpose. He kept this suspense going.
How were those shows? How were those shows? No one's ever seen them. With the shows after Paar walked off, what were they like? Were they good shows, or they?
They were as good as the hostess.
Right.
I mean, what was missing, or what they were competing with, was front page news. So Jack is being reported every day, and they're sitting there subbing for him, and they had good guests. I mean, I would say that you still enjoy the show, and they would be talking about Jack all the time. So it was right. And then Jack came back, decided to come back, front page news, and his first words were, I said that must be a better way to make a living, and I found out there isn't. And then the show continued.
Was the show continuing just like the old Jack Paar?
No change. No.
So
Jack, the only thing that changed was Jack had more power with the executives, because it was clear that people wanted him to come back, and he could. If you're on the front page of the New York Times, a story about a show that's on your air, people are going to be tuning in. I mean, you're building an audience. So Jack had a good audience and making money.